With every year that passes by, we get a wave of new programming languages, frameworks, runtimes, and libraries. As new software engineers, the sheer number of programming languages out there that you can try to learn can be daunting. According to one recent article I read, there are apparently more than 1,000 programming languages. I've also mentioned this analysis paralysis in multiple of my previous videos that basically leads to new developers trying out a bunch of different programming languages, but not really learning any of them well enough because they really don't know which one to stick with. But regardless of how many cool choices have popped up so far, if you are serious about learning something good, efficient, and mature in 2022, I think Node.js is still a great choice. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. So what is Node.js? Node.js is a free, open-source, event-driven JavaScript runtime based on Google's V8 JavaScript engine. Node.js embraces asynchronous, non-blocking, and single-threaded architecture, which makes it very effective in a lot of common web application development scenarios where being lightweight, fast, and scalable is the priority. In 2021, JavaScript was statistically the most popular programming language in the world. And since Node.js allows developers to run JavaScript on the server side, it is the most popular runtime at the moment, with more than 50% of all software engineers in the world using it in one form or the other. Well, now that we know what Node.js is, let's take a look at why it is still a great choice to learn in 2022. First, Node.js is fast, both in terms of application performance and in terms of speed of development. Node.js was built on top of V8, which is Google's open-source high-performance JavaScript and WebAssembly engine written in C++. V8 gets its speed from just-in-time compilation of JavaScript to native machine code. The code is first compiled by a baseline compiler which generates non-optimized machine code. On runtime, the compiled code is then analyzed and then recompiled into optimal performance. And since Node.js is built on top of V8, it naturally inherits this performance natively. On top of this, Node.js is also asynchronous and non-blocking, where processes can run in parallel without having to wait for other processes to complete, which allows applications built on Node to run even faster. Node.js also has an incredible catalog of modules and libraries that greatly decreases development time. There's also another performance advantage when using modules in Node. The first time a module is requested, it is cached in the in-app memory, and subsequent calls to the same module is fetched from the cached version, making applications run even faster and remain much more responsive. Because of Node.js's growing popularity, a large and active community provides support and resources as well. One of the most useful community-based resources is the Node Package Manager, or NPM, which is basically a huge collection of published Node.js projects or libraries that you can install with ease. With NPM, it is easy to find pre-built content and integrate that into your application, which facilitates rapid development even more. Second, Node.js is super easy to learn. As the earlier stat mentioned, the vast majority of developers are already familiar with JavaScript. And because Node.js facilitates the use of JavaScript on the server side, it makes it much easier for front-end developers to quickly build server-side applications, even if they have limited knowledge or lack the experience of back-end engineering. And if vanilla JavaScript is not your thing, you can always use TypeScript to introduce more strict typing and syntax into your code. Another great way to learn Node.js is to build a robust side project using a bunch of its modules. One great example is to build a data scraping project. You can use Node.js with modules like Request Promise, Cheerio.js, and Puppeteer to easily scrape data from the web. All right, third, Node.js facilitates development of real-time applications. Large web applications in 2022 demand real-time data. Companies like Facebook and Netflix process over 1 billion events every second. While processing such large volumes of data is a much bigger architectural conversation than just picking a runtime environment, but Node's architecture definitely does make it an ideal candidate for developing applications that need real-time or near real-time data. With multiple processes able to run concurrently, Node enables rapid data transfer between server and client with asynchronous operations, ensuring little to no lag between requests and responses and instantaneous I/O operations. Fourth, Node.js scales very easily. Node.js relies on the cluster module, which is a load balancer that distributes processes across all available CPU cores. In addition, Node can support hundreds of thousands of concurrent connections, making it very scalable. And fifth, Node.js is very cost effective. Not only is it open source, it bridges the gap between front-end and back-end development. This means that many companies can choose to have one full-stack development team instead of separate front and back-end teams. Node.js is also very efficient in terms of resource utilization, which makes it a great candidate for service-oriented architecture instead of classic monolithic architectures. This reduces the server footprint and improves scalability, which means building new features is much simpler and faster. Of course, every tool has its upsides and downsides, and Node.js is no different. Some common issues developers face is Node.js not being a great fit for CPU-heavy applications, introductions of frequent vulnerabilities, hard to manage dependency chains, and a lack of stable API. But I will leave those for some other day. And in any case, if you're thoughtful about how you use Node, these downsides are actually very easily manageable. And with so many more upsides, demand for Node.js in the engineering world is quite high right now. So adding Node to your resume makes you a desirable candidate for prospective employers. So yeah, if you're looking to pick up something new in 2022, or you are just new to software engineering in general, Node.js is still a great choice in 2022. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other reasons you think why software engineers should learn Node. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more software engineering content. For monthly Q&As, follow me on Instagram at Engineering with Utsav. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.